Hey guys, so this is video number 2. Now, I got this sent to me from Rick at Vapor Alley. This is the Sid. This is somewhat like, it's variable voltage mod, variable wattage. Kind of like your Pro Varies, your Teslas, anything like that. There's a couple different things I've noticed with this one. One of the things I actually don't like about this one, maybe because it's China made, the button. Can you see that? It just spins. Just spins, just constantly keeps spinning. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But let's get into it and let me show you how it works. What batteries you use. Obviously it's an 18650. How do you take it out? How do you put it back in? It's at the bottom. So you just unscrew the bottom like so. Threads are kind of subpar, but that's I'm kind of used to that with any kind of Chinese kind of thing. You got a little spring here, and that basically what that does is that pushes your battery up to the connection to make a good connection with your the connections with the battery at the top of the battery and such. I use a flat battery on it. You can use a button battery. Now, if you use a button battery, what I've noticed is that the space is kind of at the top here is kind of, you don't have a lot of space just with these threads. The threads, if you get a button top, it'll be pushed up just about a hair of an inch, a little taller, considering because you have a nipple top battery in there. It's I prefer you use a flat top battery with these. Now, anybody can criticize me all they want to. Oh, I don't use flat top batteries, I use nipple top. Use whatever you want. If it vapes and it works fine, okay. But these retail about $49.99 ish, 49. Another interesting feature with this, let me put these to the side. Another interesting feature about this is that the little top cap comes off, and you got your ego threading there for any of your egos, your Clearomizers, your Mini Pro Tanks, your EVOs, anything like that you want to put on there, perfectly compatible with it. And you just, it's adjustable. It reminds me of the SVD with that little top cap. You do have little slits here in the side. I don't know if you can see that. You do have slits in the side to allow good airflow. All in all, this is a fairly decent mod. It's not something that I would literally get up in the morning and grab. I'm more of a mechanical user, as you saw in my last video. But it's something that, you know, if you want a nice variable voltage mod and you don't want to spend, the price of a Pro Vari or something like that, or even if you don't want to spend the price of a Tesla, which is like $65.70, these are perfectly a decent device that's going to get you through the day. Your screen, you have your output. I don't know if you can read that. You have your output. As I'm pressing the button, this is what you're going to get when you fire it and when you vape it. My output is at 3. Now, when you do turn it off, there's the next screen, which is your voltage up. Sorry, which is I'm adjusting my volts. I think I'm adjusting them. No, I'm adjusting them down. Sorry, guys. Adjusting it down. And then you just let it sit there for a bit, and then you go back to the menu system, voltage up, and you can go up. Similar to your Pro Vari, similar to your, but this one is a one-touch button. It's not one of those things like a Tesla where you have 3 different buttons. One's your fire button, one's your down, one's your up. This is all it's all one kind of, you have your out, on and off. You have your battery voltage, which tells you how much battery you have left. I have 3.6. That means I need to charge this battery. You have voltage up, voltage down, on, off, battery voltage, LCD display. If you want to turn your LCD on or off, that's up. Or if you want to, go back to the menu here, LCD, wattage or voltage, you can change between wattage. You can change between wattage. Let me see if it says wattage, voltage, wattage, voltage. So you're able to do that with a real easy. It's not something that if you have a say you have a Tesla and you want a SID. It's practically the same thing. The only difference is that you have one button to control through the channel. It's fairly easy. For me, it's fairly easy. I've been around kind of, I've been doing this stuff for, I would say, a little over a year, so I kind of know what the general, how to work certain devices. This device is fairly simple. If you're a newbie, it's not hard. It's really not hard. When I got it and I sat there and fiddled with it for a little bit, it's not that hard. It's one of those kind of mods that it's not one of those hard mods at all. You can sit here and go through it. Now, the only downside is that you have to wait for it to turn off before you can go back through the, see how I'm going through the options? You have to wait for it. You have to literally wait a couple seconds. Well, you have to wait until it goes dark, and then you have to go back through it again. It only takes 2 clicks to get to this. It only gets 2 clicks to get to the screen, and then each click goes through each screen, as you can see. It's not a bad mod. For your newbies out there, it's not a bad mod. I use it not frequently, but I use it usually as my work vape. I use it when I go to work. It's a lot easier than taking mechanical and a bottle of juice. It's just a lot easier. I usually put a tank on it, and I'm good to go. As far as the, it's very light. Even with the battery in it, it's very light. It's made it's made of aluminum. That's what it's made of. It's made of aluminum. I wouldn't say it's the cheapest metal, but it's something that, it's eventually this little SID logo is gonna rub off, and eventually you're gonna get dents and stuff like that. 4.5 is what I give this mod. I was gonna give it a 3 because of the little button, but this little button right here knocks it down 5. I was gonna give it a 5, but I'm not very strict on rating stuff, but this button stops it. So it's I'll actually change it right now. It's 4. It's a 4. It's not a 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5. This knocks it down 10, which that could easily be fixed, but it's just constant spin. But anyway, Rick at Vapor Alley, thank you so much. He sent me something else that I'm going to do. I'll do that in a later review. I'm not telling you what it is. I'm just going to show you in front of your face. But thank you, Rick at Vapor Alley, for sending this out to me for a purpose of a review. I've been dying to try to get my hands on one of these things. It's not hard to get one, but I usually give this stuff away. I'll probably give this stuff away, so I'll let you know in a giveaway video what I'm going to do. But anyway, guys, this is the SID. Variable voltage, variable wattage device. Definitely, if you're a newbie, pick one up. More reviews coming. I still got the review I just showed you of. I'm not going to tell you what that is until the next review. Anyway, guys, vape on. Peace. Thanks again, Rick at Vapor Alley. Bye, guys.